let me know in the comments below if you have any goals for 2022 and what they might be. I'm always curious to know what other people are working on. So if you will indulge me for just a few minutes, first I'll talk about just 3 personal things that happened to me over 2021, and then I'm going to talk about 3 business things that I did in 2021, and then we will get right into the goals for 2022. Let's get to it. Number 1, January started off with a bang. No, I did not have the disease that shall not be named. It's like Voldemort, right? You don't want to say it too many times or you might end up with it, right? But it was a semi-serious health situation where I had a liver biopsy and a full gallbladder removal. So that was the first week in January. Hello, 2021. Not to worry, everything's fine and everything came out okay, in case you are wondering. The second thing that happened to me personally in 2021 is that I turned 50. I cannot believe it. Right? I don't feel like I'm 50. So every year I look in the mirror, I'm thinking, who is this woman staring back at me? But nevertheless, I do not feel 50. So 50 was a major milestone for me, and I'm feeling better than I have in quite a long time. So, personal thing that happened to me, number 3, was that as of this video, I have lost about 42, maybe 43 pounds. So yay! Any lady can tell you after the age of 35, it's difficult to lose weight. So those were the 3 major personal things to highlight for me. So let's talk about the 3 business things that happened this year. Number 1 is I launched a coaching business to help parents with their own homeschool journey. I had been privately doing it before this year, just trying to help friends and family and anyone who wanted information about homeschooling. But this year I decided to turn it into a business and actually start creating products for other people to use, because homeschooling is something that I believe in very strongly. The more time you spend with your family, I believe the more healthy kids are. So it was wonderful to be able to start that. Number 2 is, thanks to you guys and people requesting, I started a YouTube channel. I cannot believe it. I was someone who said, oh, YouTube is for other people. So I hope you're enjoying the videos. But yes, I started a YouTube channel in 2021. And number 3 in my big things to cap off 2021 were that I did make some realistic goals for my business in the last quarter of the year. So I did not decide to formally start coaching folks on how to homeschool and how to work from home until about July of this year. So it really took a few months for me to figure out exactly what I wanted to do and what direction that I wanted to go and how exactly I wanted to help people. So the last quarter of the year was really beneficial for me because I actually was able to sit down and set some short-term goals, which to this point have already been realized. So that was a win. So now that we're to this point in the video, let's talk a little bit about why it is so important to set goals. Now, I don't know if you're one of these people or not, but I, a long time ago, swore off New Year's resolutions because I don't think that kind of phrasing or that kind of, I don't even know what you want to call it. I'm just not comfortable with calling them resolution. For one, it's just something that people say. I don't think that there's any teeth behind any of that. And rarely do people write them down. And they don't exactly tell you how they're going to get from one point to another so that you can actually accomplish something. So I'm not a fan of making and I'm going to use the air quotes here, so I do apologize, a New Year's resolution. But I am a firm believer that you should make goals for yourself. And I have come up with 5 reasons why you want to set goals. And I've come up with a cute little, or maybe not so cute to you, but I like mnemonic devices because it helps me remember. So I am a huge fan of mnemonic devices. And so this one, for remembering why it's important to set goals, is called DMAP. Goals provide direction. That's the direction. Goals can help you quickly evaluate where you are and maybe where you need to go. So that's the E, right? Evaluate. Number 3 is the M for motivated. Goals keep you motivated. So that's number 3. Number 4 is that goals keep you accountable. So that's the A, accountability. And number 5 is they help you plan and prioritize. So that's your P. Planning and prioritizing prevents squirrel brain. I don't know if that happens to you or not, but I frequently have bouts of squirrel brain where I think I should be doing many more things at one time than I actually am, or I'm going in one direction and don't ever end up finishing the project. So we talk a lot on this channel about being single-minded and starting one task and finishing one task. And so in order to complete goals, you have to make sure that you know how to prioritize and that you are checking back on your goals. Okay, so that's your system. DMAP. It's direction, evaluate, motivate, accountability, prioritize, and plan. So that's your 5 reasons why you want to set goals for the year. Make sure too, when you are setting goals, that you're writing them down. There is a study from Dominican University. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but this statistic blew me away. I couldn't believe it. You're 42% more likely to complete a goal if you write it down. So this means that you should be writing down all of your goals. You can do simple goals or you can do detailed goals. It's all up to what your style of doing goals for the year are. I don't advocate one way or another. I think that that's a personalized issue. But what I will tell you is make sure that they are small and make sure that they are Make sure that they are smaller goals and make sure that they are attainable. That will help you keep motivated and propel you forward. Enough about why we set goals and writing them down. Let's talk about my personal goals for 2022. Are you ready? Like you wanted to know this. But again, if you indulge me for just a couple of minutes, hopefully the video won't take too long. Personal goal number 1 for me for 2022 is to declutter my entire house. I am an organizational freak when it comes to my classroom and my homeschool, but there are some other areas that could use some decluttering. I have decided that this is the year that I am going to declutter everything. Yes, I'm going to do it. We'll see how far I get, and you can hold me accountable. That's why we're doing this video, right? Accountability. Number 2, it's been about 10 years since I have read the Bible. That is something that is on my list of things to do this year. It's probably been a little bit overdue. I haven't really been paying attention and didn't realize until I was doing my goals for this year that it had been 10 years since I had read the entire Bible. And this year I want to do it chronologically. I think maybe the storylines might make a little bit more sense, and it's a different way to approach reading the Bible. So we'll see how it goes. Again, I'll check back with you at the end of the year and see how it went. And number 3 is a big one for us. We want to have another baby. Whoa. Wait, I thought you just said, Tracy, you just turned 50. I did. But here's the thing. We have a life expectancy of 75. That's the first thing. The second thing is I did not become a first-time mom until I was 44, and it was the best that I felt in my entire life. Now, obviously at 50, there are some other challenges, and before you click away and before you roll your eyes and scoff, like a lot of people, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate comments about this, but as long as you are healthy and capable of keeping up with a small child, 50 is not old in the realm of things to have a new baby, especially if you have a younger husband like I do. So no fear. As I said before, I'm a young 50. Now let's talk about some business goals that I have for this year. Number 1, I'd like to grow my YouTube channel to at least 100 subscribers. Woo! So I have a plan that I hope can get me there by the end of next year. The second thing I plan on doing in 2022 with my business is to learn Instagram well for marketing purposes. I know it for personal and putting up photos of family and friends and activities and things like that. But I've never been comfortable with the self-promotion side of social media. So that is definitely on my list to become a better marketer for myself and other homeschoolers out there so that they can use our channel and our resources to help them improve in their homeschool environment, because I would love everyone to succeed in their homeschool lifestyle and feel confident as a homeschooler. So that is number 2 on my list. Number 3 is to launch 2 workshops this year. I am working on one now, which will teach parents how to put together a portfolio review, which is something that you have to either turn into a co-op at the end of the year. You submit your students' work and work samples and a summary of your curriculum at the end of the year. Or if you opt to submit it to your school district, there are certain procedures and things that you should have in a portfolio review. And I want to share with people what I actually did in my last portfolio review that literally lasted 2 minutes. And 45 seconds of that was introduction. So it was a painless procedure on my part, and it was really impressive. Sometimes portfolio reviews can get very confusing for the homeschooling parent, and the person that they're presenting to might not be as receptive to homeschoolers. And so the way that I did it makes it very easy to pass that portfolio review with no issues. So I'm hoping to launch that workshop earlier in the quarter. And then I'm working on a couple of other ideas that I'm not really comfortable sharing right now. But as soon as I get them together, I will share them with you. So that's the other thing that I plan on doing. Number 3 is to launch 2 workshops. So if you have anything that you would like to see a workshop on, please don't hesitate to email me, or you can always leave a comment below. Again, I'm looking for what your goals are for this year, either in your homeschooling, in your business, in your personal life. I'm just always curious what other people are up to. You can email me at teachmetracyt@gmail.com. You can find me at teachmetracy.com, or you can leave me a comment below. I always answer all of my comments, because I know if you're a new homeschooler or you're trying to get started, it can be very confusing and you need someone to help you navigate that whole process. That is it for the goals that I have for this year and a year in review. I will see you next time. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.